Alright, so I don't know why the camera just shut off. But, alright, so we're back. We're almost done with the orange anyway, the first layer of orange. I'll give you guys an idea what it looks like. And I gotta say, it looks pretty damn good. Alright, so I set him up. Again, when you're painting like this, like these joints here, you're gonna have to hit like 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, 20 times, it seems like. But he is looking pretty badass, and that's only the first coat of paint on him. So let me see if I can get the camera. And that's how he looks. I mean, he looks pretty decent. I think Danny is definitely going to like it, and I think I am going to stick just with this orange on this one. I'll send him some pics, let him decide, but I really like the way that looks. I think it looks really, really awesome. I think I'll have to pose him up with the rest of the Brecken crew. So the next step on him would be let him dry, hit all the silver, get all the silver done, basically the way I want it, and then probably touch up around the boot cuffs, make sure it's all even. And then what I would do is I would finish up the head, and I would paint the head the same way. I paint it all the way black, dry brush the silver, dry brush the aluminum on it, touch up the face with that ghoul flesh paint, and then I would paint I'd probably paint the hands last, just because they take the longest to do. Again, but here next step would be to crack these joints, and if you can kind of see, no, there it goes. They're black underneath, so I'd have to hit that with some paint. And I would do the same thing with the knee joints. You want to try to get them so that, again, light layers on the joints, because they are moving. Paint's going to scrape off. You're always going to have a little bit of paint rub. There's nothing we can really do about that. You know, we don't cast, well, you can cast the joints in different colors, but that takes a lot of time and effort, and honestly, for a figure that's going to be posed usually in 1 or 2 ways, you don't really need to go that far. If you can, you pick you know, figures that have that same color joint. So if you have, like Deadpool for example, the U.S. Agent shoulders are black. That makes a lot more sense than trying to paint those like Bucky cap shoulders, which are blue, paint them black. So that's why I like using the U.S. Agent body, at least the upper body anyway, for Deadpool, because it just makes more sense. So like there, I know it's had a little bit of paint blemish, so I'm just going to go back over it real quick while I have them up. Move your figure around, you know, check them out, make sure that you got paint everywhere you want it to get. And I'm getting paint all over that silver I just painted. That's okay. I'm going to crack this one side over to the side, and look, a little bit of black in there, no big deal. I'm just going to go over it. A little bit of orange on the silver, that's fine too. Alright, so that's basically it for the painting tutorial part of this video. I told you guys I was going to give you a special sneak peek of the next project I'm working on. It's almost done. Hopefully we'll be done with by this weekend. And that is, well, I gave you guys a hint. I showed you a Bucky cap with a bullseye head on him. So I'm going to make him into Dark Hawkeye from the Dark Avengers. So we set him off to the side. So right now what I'm working on is a custom Ares figure. Now I've got him almost done. I just got the Ares head in today. I have the helmet coming later this week. But here's a sneak peek of my custom Ares. The head is actually from the Build-A-Figure Ares. He sits really low on the figure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically, it's hollow, nice and hollow there, put some putty in there, let it harden up a little bit, pop it on the head, let it set, and then pull it off, just so I can get at least where I can set it on, and then I can attach it with a magnet. But Aries is basically my own recipe I came up with. Um, I had help from Frank Castle from our forums. We were talking about ideas, and he gave me some really great pointers. His top half from his waist up is all a Hercules figure from Marvel Legends. This here and his arm and his chest piece and his freaking emblem is all sculpted on. That's all sculpt work that I did. His belt is a piece of styrene with U.S. Agent little buckle pieces cut up and glued on. His thighs are the Spider-Man Classics Juggernaut. His lower legs are actually the Return of Marvel Legends Thor with a little bit of sculpt work. There's a look at the back. Again, that's all sculpted in. And then this little sword thing is actually the sword from Roro from the Legend of Conan 2-pack thing. I cut down the sheath and I put some blue painter's tape over it, and then I cut down the sword. I have to repaint his little dagger piece, but it fits in there pretty good. And then this right here is all just styrene. I put a piece of styrene over it to kind of hold this in place. That's all held in place with super glue. So yeah, he is not quite done. He has to be, the head has to be attached, and the helmet, and he'll be finished. Overall, I think he came out really, really well. I learned a lot about sculpting on this guy because I had to sculpt all this in there. And I think once I'm done with him, he is going to look awesome with my Dark Avengers. And then I'm going to do the Dark Hawkeye, and I'm working on a new Iron Patriot figure because the one we got from Hasbro sucks. So I'm actually going to use this Iron Man. Which is the Stealth Strike Iron Man. I cut off his fins on the sides. I took off his shoulder pads. I'm going to have to put new ones on there. And the fins on the side here. And he's going to be all painted up. He has the perfect body, in my opinion, for the Iron Patriot. He's got all these lines in it, and it's going to work perfectly. So that'll be the next project I do. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys come back and check out more videos. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys have any questions. If you guys want to see another video, let me know. If this was good enough, that's also cool too. Alright guys, thanks for watching.